Dallas Goedert, Irv Smith, Trey Burton, Logan Thomas. If you need a tight end, Albert O could be your player. He was Denver quarterback's Drew Lock's college teammate at Missouri. I've done some homework on this. Hey, Tabitha Smith. How are you doing this morning, honey? I called you. I'm waiting to hear from you. Tag, you're it. Talking about Albert O, Denver's tight end, who was quarterback Drew Lock's college roommate at Missouri. And at Missouri was one of Drew Lock's favorite red zone targets. That was on display in week 6. Albert O, the tight end for Denver, tied for the team lead in targets and saw a handful of those in the red zone. Now, even with Noah Fant back, Chastity, good morning. Miss seeing you too. Anyway, baby's good to always hear from you. Getting back to Albert O. I don't mind stopping. I won't forget. You're not going to throw me off. I stay on my game. I got it going on. Noah Fant is going to be back in the lineup at tight end in week 7. But Albert O tied him with 7 targets, and he caught 100% of his targets, whereas Fant only caught 3. There's chemistry between Locke and Albert O. If you need a tight end, he's a player to go get. And finally, again, all these players should be available in your leagues. I'm trying to give you good information you're not going to get on other fantasy shows because they're going to talk about players that are already on other teams. Who should you start? I'm talking about players you might want to add. Albert O at tight end. Put him in. Look at his numbers last week. And it's just going to get better for Denver. Finally, Denzel Mims, wide receiver for the New York Jets. Now, I'm not a big player on picking up Jets. I just don't go there. But where he's only rostered in 4% of fantasy leagues, and I do have this Jet suck bias, no doubt about it. If you're in a waiver wire, I need a wide receiver for a week, Mims is like a wide receiver 3. Okay? He had 4.38 40 time at the combine, a standout Senior Bowl performance. He made his debut on Sunday against Buffalo and led the team in targets, receptions, and yards. And would you agree that the Jets are probably going to be behind in a lot of their games? Now, his numbers, 4 catches, 42 yards, not great. But he's a rookie playing in his first game. And the Jets are going to probably feel motivated to give the ball running to Pirine and to throw the ball to Mims. This will give Mims more experience, give the fans something to look forward to. And I think he has the upside to be an every week fantasy starter going forward. So here are 3 players for you to look at in fantasy. Let's go back over those one more time. Donovan Peoples-Jones, who I think is a different category from Mims. I think Peoples-Jones is a backup to Rashard Higgins. And if Rashard Higgins is available in your league, go get him and go get him now. Peoples-Jones will be a secondary receiver in this Cleveland offense. But this particular week against the Raiders, I can see that one being a high-scoring game. And I think Higgins will perform well, but I think Jones may perform well also. Second, Albert. I'm not going to pronounce the last name. I'll call him Albert O. Albert O, the favorite college receiver of quarterback Drew Lock, who led the Broncos in targets last week, even with Noah Fant back. Looks to only get more volume as time goes on, and this chemistry existing with his quarterback. And then finally, Denzel Mims, the wide receiver for the Jets, who with Crowder out this week, and Mims is a hot pick, probably easy to get, and will give you a lot of benefit, DFS or weekly, on your fantasy team. So there you go, guys. I want to thank Kurt, Cardinal Fan Deluxe, Dennis, Tabitha, Chastity, and a countless group of thousands others who will watch this throughout this great nation of ours. And appreciate your comments. Chat room on the Lenny Melnick Fantasy Sports Network. As always, you guys are the best. You've been there with me from the start of this, and I appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back with you on Monday. Until then, everyone have a great day and a great weekend from Arnie's Fantasy World of Sports.